Hello everybody, this is General Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix playthrough. Last time we explored basically all of the, or more or less, we re-explored all of the previous worlds we visited, with obviously a few exceptions. And upon finishing certain worlds, the final world opened up for us. However, we still technically need to access it. So today, before we do that, there is one more world of which we need to pay a return visit to, as completing all the other worlds again means that a new episode within Hallow Bastion has opened up, and we're gonna go and explore said world today. Okay, I don't even know what I was trying to say here. I think what I was trying to say was the world I'm talking about takes place within Hallow Bastion, and it's not the evil one. And you'll soon see what I mean. So with that in mind, let's head on in.
Wait a sec. I thought everything was supposed to be under control here.
Hey, yeah!
Must be Organization 13 again. We better go see Leon.
Sounds good to me, because it seems like the whole defense system is completely bugged out. I wonder what that's all about. I'm not interested in what becomes of this world. Besides, you and the others should be enough to handle things. Really, Cloud? That's kind of cold of you. Granted, I know that he's technically not involved in this world, but hey, it is what it is. Bless me bagpipes! I did it! I recreated sea salt ice cream! Can we try some? Of course! Aw, thanks, Scrooge. Guess he's not such a Scrooge after all. Oh boy, this is good! Where the hell did those ice creams come from? So salty, but sweet. Aye, it's unique. When I was a lad, all the kids were crazy for it. Well, that was pretty neat. Pretty neat to see that Scrooge recreated sea salt ice cream here for this world. That's actually pretty nuts, considering that they're a specialty in, I think, Twilight Town? Regardless, though, it's pretty nice to see. Let's see, can we make anything new? It doesn't look like it. Dang. Well, whatever. Strange how this particular Moogle shop only sells dark shards, while all the other ones have all kinds of different items. I guess that's because the other items are handled by Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Let's see, anything of use here? That looks like a no. I thought maybe I would be able to find a new weapon or something here, but it doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Whoa! Uh-oh. What the hell are these things doing here? Shouldn't they be in Space Paranoids? Why are they here in Hallow Bastion of all places? Well, I think we have a pretty good idea of where we need to go to next. What's even more concerning is that the defense system for this town is actually working against us this time around, rather than working against taking out the enemies. Which is very interesting and very concerning at the same time. Hey, Yuffie. Come on in. Wait just a second. What happened to this place? Didn't that Heartless look like the ones from Tron's world? Come on, just get inside. Sounds like a good idea. We're probably safer in there than we are out in the open. Hurry up, Sid! Give me a second. Confound it, hurry! Why, you... What's going on? Talk about your good timing. The MCP is wreaking havoc inside the computer. Not again! According to Leon, anyway.
He went on over to Ansom's study to find out what all the ruckus was about. Turns out the MCP is using the data in that computer to crank out Heartless. The MCP's been messing around with the town's control system, too.
Ignorant users obey the MCP. If that isn't ominous, I'm not sure what is.
That MCP sure doesn't know when to quit, does it?
Apparently not. Where the hell is Tron in this situation? That's a computer program for you. How's Tron doing? We can't reach him. We figure he must have been forced into the game grid, or onto the game grid. And it don't sound like a particularly fun game either. Aww. We'll go check on Tron. Thanks, kid. We're putting together an MCP Eradication Program. I got a hunch it's almost finished, too. A hunch? Well, I hope your hunch is right for once. Listen, we're gonna need Tron's help when that Eradicator's completed. Don't sweat it. We'll make sure to tell Tron. Remember, boys, we're counting on you. Roger. Well, that's good to know that we can be counted on. And also, you may be wondering, why am I not going back into that evil book right now? Well, it's actually pretty simple, because I don't have all the torn pages yet. And if I'm being frank here, I'd rather have all the torn pages in my possession before I head into the book. That way I can take care of it all at once. That way I don't have to make multiple unnecessary trips, if you know what I mean. Ow. Well, that was definitely unexpected. Why don't we try that again? One thing I will definitely say here is that the defense system, even though it is targeting you, instead of the Heartless here, it can be kind of dangerous to stick around. Ow! Okay. Thanks, Donald. One other thing worth mentioning about the defense system as of right now is that it seems to be only active when Heartless are around. So that is something worth mentioning here. Are you kidding me? How did I die there? That is complete bullshit. I don't know how I didn't take damage there, but I'll take it. Perhaps it's because I had Leaf Bracer, and that took priority over the defense system. Who knows? Funny how this defense system is more like an offensive system right now. Okay. That was a bit sketchy. I say as more Heartless show up out of nowhere. At this point, the Heartless are definitely going to be at their strongest, so be sure to bring your A game. I guess another thing worth mentioning here is that Goofy having a Goofy Tornado is a lot more helpful than you may think. Simply due in part of the fact that he stuns enemies as he's doing the tornado thing. And let me tell you, it's pretty nice to have, especially for crowd control. Before we move on, let's see. Are there any chests around here? Oh, right. I think all the remaining chests I have left to get are all located within the Cave of Remembrance. Which, like I mentioned before, is the optional dungeon. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? How the fuck did I die there? Seriously, I do not understand this game sometimes, I swear. Seems like that defense system on critical mode, that could drain like a quarter of your health in one strike. Goddamn. I guess one other thing worth mentioning here is that it may not be a bad idea just to make a run for it. Like, make a run for the computer system to where the entrance to Space Paranoids is. That way you can just get in there, take care of what you need to, and then get out as quickly as possible. Also, we learned a new ability from that previous level up, Combination Boost. Increase the amount of time spent for limits. Pretty neat. Okay. I will say this. As far as this part of the game is concerned, this is definitely going to be quite difficult to get through. I feel as though, even for regular attacks within limit form, it also could potentially restore your health too, though I can't say for sure. One more thing worth mentioning is that tents are more helpful than you may think they are. It may not seem like it, but trust me, it is. It honestly is a lot more helpful than you think. Oh, hey! It's Yuna, Riku, and Pain. Wonder what they're up to. Hey, Riku, stop that singing and listen to... Huh? You? Riches, riches, I'm so happy! Ah, you?
Liars!
What?
Leon doesn't have any treasure!
And we fought for you guys.
Donald!
Well, I had to tell him something.
I don't see how we're gonna work this out.
So what should we do?
Why do you think they would trick us like that?
We worked so hard to help them out.
All we got was a total...
It's not fair.
They'll just take responsibility for what they did.
They like
Okay.
Yeah,
This'll be great.
good call.
Okay, it's go time.
We're just going to take your treasure.
But we don't have anything.
You sure?
Let's take a look. Ooh. Hey, Uni, I took a look, and sure enough...
Okay, we've decided. The Goldwings are taking all your items.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, foofy.
This stinks.
So not cool.
Look, sorry we tricked you, but
Forget about it. Leon told us the whole story. He said your journey's been pretty rough.
So it wouldn't really be right if we took your things.
Then why'd you
We'll
say
wait
you
for
would?
Here, this is from us.
Bye. Good luck on your journey.
Cute. Because in the source material, Yuna would be holding her pistols right now. Her dual-wielding pistols. Anyway, after speaking with the Goldwings, they give us, well, the Goldwing Keyblade. Increases the amount of experience gained by 100% when defeating an enemy at a critical moment. So in other words, this Keyblade is the best Keyblade for experience grinding in the game. How exactly? Oh, another new episode was added? Neato. I think that new episode is technically for a optional boss fight, but we'll get into that later. But anyway, as I was trying to say, the Goldwing Keyblade is excellent for level grinding when you're combining the effect of this weapon ability with additional experience up abilities. But the Keyblade on its own really isn't all that great, but even so, it's not that bad, all things considered. You can have far worse Keyblades, trust me. Like, the Way of the Dragon is a very big example. Okay, let's see. What should I give Sora as far as accessories are concerned? You know what, I think I'll give him the silver ring for now. Not that he really needs any additional AP, as I've been shoving AP boosts down his throat the entire time, but hey, just saying. Wasn't there a sticker or something down here? Yeah, there it is.
yeah.
I got an idea.
Let's go.
There we go, that works.
Take this. Yeah. This is it.
Okay. Anyway, the reason why I went to Valor form here is more or less for its additional high jump capabilities, so that way I can get the sticker a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
Thanks, Donald. One more thing worth mentioning here is that sometimes it may not be a bad idea to exit a drive form so that way you can get a quick heal in. Especially when you're in Valor form and you're in critical health and stuff of that nature. Oh, come on! Really? That was a load of bull crap.
Back off. Take this. Back off.
One more thing worth mentioning here is that retaliating slash can be useful sometimes. Though the use of it is really... it's very limited. How exactly is that the case? Well, there are many situations where you would rather not use the retaliating slash, especially if you're trying to guard or do a dodge roll or something like that. Since retaliating slash is back to the square button,
Give me strength. Back off. Give me strength. Yeah, this is it.
okay, well, that could have most certainly gone worse. That's for sure. But hey, at least we finally made it to Ansem's study. Hey, Leon. Gosh, it's only us! You can't talk to Tron if this room gets taken over. Did you check in with Sid? Uh-huh. And the Eradicator? It's almost done. Great. Say, Leon, why don't you go work with Sid? I have this place under control. No way. Are you sure? All by yourself? Sorry. It's all yours. How's Tron? We still can't get in touch with him. Maybe you guys should give it a shot. No, we'll go talk to him in person. Then I have a favor to ask. When you find Tron, could you tell him to come to the I.O. Tower? That's where we'll upload the MCP Eradication Program. The I.O. Tower, got it. Thanks, and watch your backs. Will do. And after reaching this place, we get ourselves another new Keyblade, the Sleeping Lion. Well balanced with strength and magic, increases maximum ground-based combos by 1. So this has Combo Plus. So pretty neat.
We'll be there soon, Tron.
And indeed we will. First off, though, other than a nice drink, let's take a look at the new Keyblade. Has a strength of 5 and magic of 3. Again, not a bad Keyblade. It's very well balanced, honestly. Although I feel as though the Decisive Pumpkin is a better Keyblade, at least to me. So I'll give the Sleeping Lion to Master Form, at least for now. And before we head into the world of Space Paranoids again, there's one more place I kind of want to take a look at, and this is the reason why.
There.
Boop. Give me that. The Cosmic Chain greatly increases fire, blizzard, and thunder resistance, and greatly increases defense. An excellent accessory to have for this point in the game. That much is certain. Let me go ahead and equip said thing now. So basically, it increases fire, blizzard, and thunder resistances by 30% and gives you a defense boost of 3. So that is awesome. Okay. Other than that, though, and also the puzzle piece that's in there, there's really not much else to worry about when it comes to that. So, that's neat. As I always say, if you're in the drive form and you reach a save point, definitely warp out of the world and then warp right back in, so that way you can refill your drive gauge instantly. It's always worth it, trust me. Okay. Time to check up on Tron. Perhaps we can get him out of the situation that he's currently in. Well, it looks like Space Paranoids has definitely seen better days. That's for sure. Looks like a freaking fortress.
Gorge, hope Tron's okay.
Me too. Let's head for the game grid. Great! The terminal works!
Let's go!
Okay then. Time to head into the light cycle section.
Finished? Would be, if it weren't for the old loon's magic.
Old loon, you say?
I'm trying to work here.
Oh, I'll show you who's old.
Done!
Nice.
There you go, Leon. One homemade program. A Looney Wizard special.
This had better work.
I'm off.
Be
Fun-
on your guard.
Funny. Uh-oh. Tron!
Tron!
Careful! Watch out!
Same goes for you.
Hold on!
Hold on, Tron. Reinforcements have arrived.
Back off!
So, as I was trying to say during the cutscene, but I did not want to interrupt it.
Light!
Oh, great. Anti-form. I'm dead. This'll probably work, maybe. I knew it. God damn it. That figures. Alrighty. Let's get back in there and try this again now, shall we?
It's over! Let's go!
I'm kind of surprised I managed to go into limit form this time around.
Give me strength! Back off!
Wow. Even if I would have survived the first initial wave, it still wouldn't have been enough. Interesting. Well, whatever. At least that's done now. Took a little more effort than I would have liked, but hey, whatever works. You really saved me. Don't mention it. What's going on here? The MCP is ready to wage all-out war against the users. What's been happening on the outside? Well, basically all hell's broken loose. Well, there's this machine for making Heartless. It's gone totally berserk. The town's control system is having problems too. but Sid's putting together a program that can de-res the MCP. Once we pick it up at the I.O. tower, he thinks we could use it to stop the MCP for good. Let's try it! Great! So who's this Sid? He's a friend of ours. Leon, Merlin, Aerith, Yuffie. They're all on the outside worrying about you, Tron. I must have a lot of user friends. That program ought to be done by now, don't you think? To the tower! Let's go! So for this moment, Tron does join our party again. But I think I'm just going to keep him on the sidelines for the time being, just because. Just because I think Donald and Goofy together will be more useful in the long run anyway, but that's just me. And besides, if we want to change the Tron at any other point, we can. Which is pretty neat. With the moon recipe we just handed in, we can make a moon amulet, but we lack the materials right now. Looks like this one requires 3 orichalcum, a mithril crystal, a twilight stone, and a twilight shard. But damn, sounds like a pretty good item. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. In fact, it's so good it's an A rank item, meaning it's going to take a lot of materials in order to make it. Mainly in the form of orichalcum, but that's just from observation anyway. Oh yeah, the other thing I was trying to mention before I checked the bucket last time was that when Sid and Leon were exchanging the disc between one another, they were handling it in a very poor way, as they were putting their fingerprints on the actual disc itself. You're not supposed to do that. That kind of, that's a very big no-no when it comes to handling discs and DVDs and things of that nature. Trust me, it's just not a good idea ever. Okay.
Take this.
Now then, even though I do have a little bit of a higher jumping ability, it's still not enough to reach the sticker in this first area. Not yet, anyway.
Let's go. Let's go. This is it. This is it. Right. Yeah. Back off.
Magic and max AP increase.
Heal.
So you may be wondering now, why isn't I reverted out of that form early? Well, just in case. Just in case if I were to go and execute another limit, and then I somehow get sniped and killed as a result. I definitely did not want that to happen, considering I did just level up. And besides, I wanted to preserve that level up just to... yeah, I just wanted to preserve the level up. What more is there to say? And so while we're running around in the datascape, Leon is slowly making his way back to the computer. It's pretty neat how Leon can hold his own, like as well as he does. I mean, he's Squall Leonhardt for crying out loud. Hello there. Ready to dance?
Out of the way.
Okay, before we can head into the I.O. tower, we do have to take out the Heartless first, which that shouldn't be too difficult.
It's over. It's over. It's over. Take this.
Okay. I probably should have kept mashing the... Oh well. Okay, note to self. Don't use thunder on these guys, plain and simple. God damn it. I'm dead. Just got very unlucky here. How did I win? Well, whatever. I'll take it. Phew, that was way too close for comfort.
Warning. User control is terminated indefinitely.
No good.
Leon, let me try.
That face, though.
This is your final warning. Stop at once.
Bon appetit. Don't talk with your mouth full.
What? What are you loading?
I seriously wonder why Leon didn't just do that in the first place.
Nothing's come in yet.
Leon, come on!
There.
All right.
What's it like? This is very strange. Huh? There's a power booster for me. And flight routines for the solar sailor.
Meaning we're set?
Well, like you users say, we won't know till we give it a try. We'll need a sailor to reach the MCP, so let's get to the simulation hangar.
Sounds good to me. So, with that MCP Eradication Program, Tron somehow learned a new ability, which is pretty neat. I wonder what that ability is. Perhaps it'll be useful. Then again, maybe it's something as simple as Jackpot or something stupid like that. Now we get the Thunder Boost and MP Haste. That's it. I mean, don't get me wrong, Thunder Boost and MP Haste are both really good abilities on their own, but it's not really all that useful for Tron whatsoever, which does kind of suck. Anyway, time to head into the simulation tower and get ready to start sailing over towards where the MCP is located. Really? Okay, that was a really bad idea. Definitely should have healed. Oh well. What can you do? I guess I just wanted to show off my magic skills. But honestly, the most tried and true method of dealing with enemies is definitely sticking with whacking the ever-loving crap out of everyone. Ow. Okay, is this gonna be today's theme? Just constant death? How? How did I die? Seriously, how the fuck did that pierce the shield? Nothing should be able to pierce reflect in any form. Am I really that under-leveled or something? Honestly, I don't know. That was definitely a lot hairier than it needed to be. Honestly, I feel as though the MP recharge rate, whenever you are in the middle of an MP charge, I feel as though that takes way too damn long. But that's just me. That's why I always say it's important to fight every enemy you encounter within this place. You never know. You never know if you are going to run into some serious trouble. And of course, before we set sail, best to record this experience here, and done. I really do like the fact that the load times are near instantaneous in PS4 and Xbox One versions of Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 Remix. The Solar Sealer doesn't have a defense system. The MCP isn't stupid. It'll attack this simulation. We'll have to defend it. That's a very good point. By the way, if you want to return from whence you came, just touch that panel right there, and you'll be fine. Now then, let us depart. Damn, this is definitely a vast wasteland.
You've got to keep a lookout. The MCP isn't going to just let us waltz in.
Hello. Alrighty. Time for one of the more annoying parts of this whole revisit. And that, of course, is defending this entire freaking carrier.
Let's go! Right! It's over! Give me strength!
Really? I'm so dead, aren't I? So anyway, for this particular horde infestation thing, we need to defend this whole freaking carrier. Otherwise we'll just drop into the abyss and die. In other words, it would be a game over. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to defend yourself, but for whatever reason, even if you clear out all the Heartless, the weight does not reset itself. God damn it. I knew it. I knew I was fucked. There was nothing I could do. I was getting shot one way and then blasted another way. It was just not a fun time. I seriously hate these walking tanks. Especially when they're in large groups. Might as well try out Master Form. Funny enough, I haven't even shown this off yet. So with Master Form is basically a balanced variation of Valor Form, kind of, except it specializes in both magic as well as physical abilities. It more or less focuses on basically all attributes. It's kind of like the best of all worlds, except it's more like a combo king, if anything. Overall, Master Form is an excellent form. Definitely one of my favorites, but it's definitely not my favorite form. My favorite form, honestly, is Limit Form, followed by the last form that we'll be getting our hands on, hopefully within this session, but we'll definitely see for ourselves soon enough. Ooh, there we go. That was pretty damn close, not gonna lie. At least with that, we got ourselves another really excellent ability, which I'll be explaining momentarily.
The MCP is straight ahead.
Time to settle things for good.
Again, that sailor section was probably one of the worst parts of the game. Anyway, this chest right here contained Orichalcum Plus, which is a brand new material. There's 7 of them in the entire game and can only be acquired via chests. There is no other way to acquire Orichalcum Pluses. And those Orichalcum Pluses are actually going to be used to forge the Ultima Weapon for this game, which is going to be absolutely insane. It's going to require a ton of materials, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. Anyway, in this giant chest we have Cosmic Arts. Highly increases strength and magic and extraordinarily increases maximum AP. Ooh, hell yeah. I'm going to go ahead and equip that to Sora. Ha! Yeah, it increases AP up to 7, which is nuts. Give me that. Then again, maybe it would have been better suited to Donald, but who cares? And inside this chest contains the map for this particular area, the Central Computer Core map. So that's pretty neat. Alrighty. I could have swore within this area you can find another series of torn pages here. Then again, maybe I was wrong in that regard. Who knows? Well, anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Explosion. Unleashes a finishing combo move that knocks down several enemies. Damage dealt is relative to magic skill. In other words, this is an excellent finisher ability. Definitely one of my favorite finishers in the game. Alright, and as far as Donald is concerned, He learned MP Hastera. MP increase MP restoration speed by 50% after MP is fully consumed. Okay. You know what, let's go ahead and equip that ability instead of Fire Burst. Okay. By the way, if you wish to return to the solar simulation panel, you can just hop on here and just go back the way you came if you want. But honestly, why would you do that exactly? Well, unless you want to go back and level up a bit before proceeding forward to face the MCP, which I swear to God looks like frickin' Moses from South Park. In fact, I think Moses from South Park is like a direct parody of this.
Who was that?
Sark, MCP's number 2.
Number 2.
Little bugs. Your time is up. Prepare for de-resolution.
The only one who should be prepared for de-resolution should be you, Sark. Mr. Dark. Mr. Sark the Dark. I don't even know what the hell I was saying or where I was going with that.
Data transfer.
Well, regardless, that was pathetic. Of course, the fight's only just begun, folks.
You're very persistent, Tron.
I'm also better than you.
We would have made a great team.
Now for the MCP.
This thing is the MCP?
That's it. Ugly, isn't it?
Tron, don't you understand? We don't need users. We've advanced. They're superfluous. Be a part of me, and together the world will be ours to control.
MCP. You still don't get it, do you?
Sark! Sark! All my functions are now yours.
Oh boy. Looks like Sark is now a chunky monkey. But anyway, as you can see, Sark has gotten a lot bigger thanks to the power of the MCP. So, in order to even be able to damage the MCP, we first have to take out Sark. And strangely enough, you could potentially take him out in one cycle, which is pretty nuts if you happen to have the right abilities. Tron. Oh, crud. Okay. So in this battle, you do need to have Tron in the active party. If Tron is not in the active party, then unfortunately you cannot deal damage to the MCP. But if you are in the middle of the fight, you could potentially... You could switch out one of your party members for Tron. And in this instance, I highly recommend switching out Goofy for him.
Data restored.
Okay. By the way, once you deal with Sark, it's best to start deleting the MCP. Just keep in mind that as soon as these shield panels start to spin, they're going to start firing a laser at you. And once you start seeing them come down, it's highly recommended that you start moving the hell away from these things as quickly as possible. You could also ignore Sark and just go after the MCP as well, and I think speedrunners do just that. But it's a better idea to deal with Sark than it is to take a chance and wait for him to just, well, ruin your day. And believe it or not, he can actually interrupt your sequence here. Same with the MCP and its laser capabilities. Thank you, Donald.
Yeah. This is it. Yeah. Take this.
Wow, that was pretty insane. By the way, I think the more times you knock down Sark, the quicker he'll restore his corrupted data. In other words, the more times you knock him down, the faster he'll get up. Got it! Just in time. There we go. Overall, this boss fight really wasn't too bad. Sark is probably one of the more annoying enemies to deal with, but other than that though, this boss fight is relatively easy considering the circumstances here. Especially with the enemies providing greater resistance than the MCP himself. But that's just me.
We did it! I see Tron has a silly side too.
I learned it from you. Of course, I do have my silly limits.
Okay, then I'll tweak your program when I get back to the user world.
You? Maybe we better not try that.
Aw, how about it, guys? Singing Tron, dancing Tron. Sound good?
For sure.
Okay, fine. But before I crash...
Crash?
Sora, Donald, Goofy, and all the users out there, thank you. You really helped me. You made me so much stronger. You taught me what friendship is truly all about, and I'll never forget it. As soon as I met you, I knew we were going to defeat the MCP and free the system.
Aww, that's sweet. Although,
isn't this what users do when they're sorry to say goodbye?
It's a first for me.
Gosh, Tron, it's like a promise that we'll see each other again real soon.
Okay, well then. I promise.
Where are you going? Oh. Tron.
I wonder why he jumped in there. I guess technically speaking, he knew that this world would fall apart without the MCP, so he had to essentially take over.
Things are settling down in town. The only Heartless left anywhere are the local variety. And it looks like there are fewer than before.
Now if we can just get those 3 back in one piece.
Well, speaking of devil, they shall appear.
You're here!
Welcome back.
how's the town?
A-okay.
Not a single trace of the MCP either. Everything's back to normal. We made it.
Hey, why the long face? What happened?
Tron just disappeared.
And he promised we'd see him again.
What's happening?
Greetings, friends. System is up and ready for user input.
Tron!
Stay in touch.
Yeah!
A boy, oh boy!
Hey, stop that. It tickles.
Tron is ticklish.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
How about this?
Please stop that.
I think Tron's been hanging around those guys too much.
Wait, just a moment. I want to show you something I dug up from the system archives. You can see the town back when it was first built.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That's right. I remember now.
Wow, pretty.
Just like the old days.
I'd be fascinated to ascertain as to when the town got such a dreadful name as Hallow Bastion.
Guess we're about to find out.
You know, this town had another name once.
And that would be?
Radiant Garden.
What a beautiful name for a once beautiful town. So, at this point going forward, after completing Space Paranoids, the second trip, Hallow Bastion is renamed to Radiant Garden. And that's just the way it's going to be. Funny enough, that's actually Hallow Bastion's real name. How it got the name Hallow Bastion, I think it has to do with when the Heartless took over the town. And so it was renamed as such, because of it being an evil place. But now it's not so much anymore, which is a great thing to see. Now, you may notice one more keyhole we have left to seal. That is for that evil book I was talking about earlier. As far as taking that on, I'm going to be waiting once again until later. Once we finish the game and gather all the torn pages, then we'll be ready to take this thing on at once. I also need to make sure I have all the torn pages in the first place before I head into the fiery pits of hell. But for now, all the return trips are done. Only one place left to go. And of course, to get there, we kinda need to take on the assault of the Dreadnought. So, let us proceed and get ready for the final gummy mission of the game. Or at least the final main one, and also hello Duvius! Yeah, that is pretty funny. But anyway, time for the assault of the Dreadnought. And to answer your question, Duvius, I'm doing well. I'm doing well today. Let's see, what should we use for the final main mission of the game? Highwind level 8 seems like a pretty logical choice, so why don't we use said thing? Yeah, let's go for it. So, I guess this is going over the score. Get more points with a higher metal level increase and maintain as high a metal level as possible. Alright, here we go. The final main gummy mission of the game. And this one is going to be the most difficult out of all of them. And it should be as such, considering this is technically the very last one. As you can see, the enemies are going to be coming at us at full force. And let me tell you folks, it ain't going to be easy getting through this place alive. But once we are able to get through, we'll be done with gummy missions for the time being. However, I will be taking them on again later on down the line. Now then, as far as this actual mission is concerned, you could technically take out some of the background objects, such as those battleships there, and they do technically count as enemies. They just take a ton of firepower to take down, though, so that's the thing. That's something to be very well aware of. I will say this is probably one of my favorite missions in the game just because of the intensity of the situation, and the mission itself is just so much fun to play through. Just hold down the fire button and you're set. Well, actually, no. That's not exactly how it works, but even so. This mission will test your flight skills and capabilities. Throughout the course of the mission, as we're heading inside the Dreadnought here, it's almost like we're flying into the Death Star from Star Wars. Kind of, but not really. As we're heading into very, very close quarters, we're going to have to deal with doors that randomly shut on us and other doors of which we have to open up manually. This also tests your environmental awareness as well, so that is something to keep in mind. And as we go further and further into this place, it gets faster. Not necessarily like a meme, but even so. Anyway, welcome to the main core of the Dreadnought. Funny enough, this thing can also be destroyed if nailed with enough firepower. Just keep in mind though that there are a lot of enemies in here who are going to be swarming you at all times. And don't worry about whether or not you're able to destroy the Dreadnought's core on your first trip, honestly. Just focus on surviving, doing barrel rolls constantly, holding down the fire button at all times. And after enough time passes, the Dreadnought's core shield appears. And when that happens, you're no longer able to destroy the Dreadnought. But even so, it's not that bad. Just keep in mind that upon leaving the Dreadnought, if you don't manage to destroy it, you do have to dodge its laser. Which, thankfully, is pretty easy to do. And bada bing, bada boom. The assault of the Dreadnought is done. And of course we unlocked missions level 1 and 2 and got ourselves a cost limit upgrade. Unfortunately, we only gotten one treasure throughout the course of the entire mission, but that's just the difficulty of the mission in general. Even so, yeah, they are. I have to agree with you 100%. Now then, time to head into Twilight Town once more. This is gonna be a fun visit, let me tell you, folks.
Hey, I think we're almost there. Huh? Gorge, aren't we here because of the picture?
That we are.
I'll show you.
Yeah, do this right.
Come on, let's go find this mansion.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. In fact, that's exactly where we're going to go next. What's really funny is that there's a skateboard inside this train station. I'm not exactly sure why that's here. I wouldn't exactly call it practical to have a skateboard in this place, but whatever. So, as we're exploring Twilight Town, it appears that the horde of nobodies are all over this place. Which is pretty funny considering that this town is relatively peaceful most of the time. Why is it now that nobodies are starting to swarm this town? Who knows? Anyway, we might as well go ahead and explore this underground section of Twilight Town now, shall we? Ooh, damage control and defense increase. Neato. Okay. Damage control. Halves damage taken at critical moments. Equip 2 to accelerate the effect. So in other words, this makes it so your defenses are increased when you're in critical health, which is nice. And it is very well needed. Especially considering that a lot of things can kill you in like 2 to 3 hits most of the time. By the way, as we're taking out nobodies here in Twilight Town, for the most part, I think they'll drop all kinds of different Twilight materials, such as Twilight Shards, Twilight Gems, Twilight Crystals, etc. Basically, the Twilight series of materials. Makes sense considering we're in a town called Twilight Town. Okay. More orichalcum. Oh, how I love it. By the way, you may be wondering, what is exactly the point of... Oh, hello. I wanted to play a game. Oh, wow. Oh, well. It's fine. So, as I was trying to say, there is a reason why I'm going through this underground passage. And the reason for that is actually pretty simple. Not only are there treasures around here, but there's also plenty of nobodies to fight as well, and they're very valuable as far as experience is concerned. Speaking of experience, I have not explained this yet. And honestly, I should have at the beginning of this whole playthrough, but when playing the game in critical mode, I believe the amount of experience gained is cut in half. So that is something to keep in mind. Okay. That was actually pretty hairy, not gonna lie, but hey. Another reason why we're down here in this particular part of the underground passage is because, technically speaking, we haven't exactly been here as Sora, but we have been down here as Roxas, like, during the first session. Just saying. Oh. By the way, it is very wise to just run around and grab as many, or take out as many of the nobodies as possible. For a couple of reasons. First off, so you can level up, obviously, and the second reason is so you can gather some well-needed materials. And trust me, you're going to need a lot of materials for some of the recipes coming up. Come on.
Give me strength.
That's basically why I wanted to use Master Form on anyway. By the way, I haven't mentioned this yet, but Master Form has the ability to double jump. I don't know why I didn't mention it yet, but it is something worth mentioning, and it's definitely a very important ability to level up. But honestly, out of all the forms to level up in the game, I feel as though Master Form is definitely the hardest, while Valor Form is obviously the easiest. And the reason why Master Form is the hardest is because you need to gather certain materials. I mean, not materials, but you need to gather certain orbs. These orbs are obviously drive orbs. The more you get, the more you can level up Master Form, for obvious reasons. And getting those orbs to spawn is not exactly easy, but there is a place where we could go to level up Master Form very quickly. Hell, there are several places where we could technically go to level up certain forms. More on this later. Orichalcum Plus. Who knew that something that valuable would be in that little itty-bitty chest? Well, whatever. It's always worth it to explore around and grab as many treasures as possible. One thing I find pretty interesting about this part of Twilight Town is that, unlike all other parts of Twilight Town, this one doesn't have any sort of Novi or Heartless infestations whatsoever. It's really peaceful, which is strange to see. Also, there's another save point right here that you can choose to warp back to the way... back to where you were previously, if you want to. Honestly, it may not be a bad idea to do that. But I'm going to continue and just go back the way I came, because the underground system is also very useful. It's a very useful means of a shortcut to get to certain places within Twilight Town. And trust me, we're going to be needing to use this system quite frequently, especially for post-game stuff and gathering materials, supplies, etc. Well, I did not quite mean to do that, but whatever. More experience for me. You can never have enough experience. I wonder why I was only able to learn one jump from that Dragoon. I could have swore you could learn more than just one jump, but apparently not.
Back off. Take this.
Okay. Alright, I believe this is the tunnel where I want to go anyway. Which is perfect.
Yeah, back off.
Oh my. Well, this is definitely not good.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, come on, really? That's not enough? Well, that's lame. I could have sworn that would have been more than enough jump height, but apparently not. I think one more thing worth mentioning about Valor Form is if you want to level it up effectively and quickly, you'd want to pair Valor Form's sub-weapon with a very weak weapon, like one of the worst ones in the game. So something like Way of the Dragon may have a use, just so that way you can continue to pound more and more hits in, because the more hits you deal, the more experience for Valor Form you'll receive. Speaking of which, I kind of want to check its status. Okay, I wanted to be sure that I could still level up this form. I definitely didn't want to waste my time trying to level up something that I can't, if you know what I mean.
It's over. Yeah. Take this.
Oh dear, this is gonna hurt. Or kill me altogether. How in God's name did that deal like 3/4 of my health? That makes no goddamn sense.
This is it. Let's go. Yeah. Take this. It's over.
Well, we might as well run around and collect everything all over again, which is lame. Excuse me.
It's over. Back off.
One thing I will definitely mention here is that my allergies have been acting up quite a lot lately. I think it's just due to the fact that this weather keeps changing so damn much, and has so many damn extremes of jumping up and down and all around. Like, for example, during the day it's like between 70 to 90 degrees, while at night it drops to like the 50s and 40s. It's weird. I mean, that's Maine for you. I mean, it's better to have this kind of extreme than to deal with a lot of humidity, if you know what I mean. God damn it. I hate these goddamn dancers. Hello, King. Glad you can make it to the stream. As you can see, I'm kind of on a bit of a struggle bus right now. And it's mainly due to a single frickin' enemy type that I've been trying to deal with the past few times. And yes, critical mode in a nutshell.
Back off. Take this. Yeah. Take this. This is it. This is it. It's over.
Alrighty. Let's keep on moving. Hopefully this time I won't get completely annihilated. Even though we did encounter a dancer not that long ago. Good lord, those guys. If they catch you in that dance attack, they'll deal like 3/4 of your health on critical mode. That's just how strong they are. It's ridiculous. So all I can say in this situation is be prepared for anything. And honestly, if you do see a dancer, try to toss it into the air. Believe me, trying to toss it into the air is honestly the best way of handling them. Just because of the fact that they can deal so much damage in so little time.
Yeah. This is it. Yeah.
Alright, that works. Who knew that the game actually had a nice side? That sure took a lot more time than I would have liked. Hello there.
It's over. It's over.
Crap.
Back off. Back off. This is it.
Well, that was actually pretty hairy, not gonna lie. I mean, one dancer really isn't that bad. Oh, to answer your question how I feel about Kingdom Hearts 3, I love the game. I haven't bought the DLC yet, but I do plan on buying it at some point. And I do plan on covering the game as well in the form of a Let's Play. but that's not going to be for quite a long time from now. I still have other games in the series to get through yet. Let me tell you, this rabbit hole known as Kingdom Hearts, it's pretty damn deep. One of the most deep and convoluted series in all of gaming history. All thanks in due part to Tetsuya Nomura and his weird storytelling. Crap. By the way, those nobodies right there who have those sniper rifles, they're known as snipers. If you don't do their reaction command, let me tell you, they hurt. Uh-oh. What happened here?
Hey, are you alright? What happened?
We came here looking for Kyrie. Then those white things attacked us.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, you guys didn't have to go and do that.
Of course we did. Kyrie's our friend too, you know.
You're right. You know, I never thought of it like that before.
Word is, this mansion gets a lot of really strange visitors.
We thought this place might be the gateway to some kind of alternate Twilight Town.
What do you mean, alternate Twilight Town? Hey, Goofy, do you think we could see that crystal of yours?
I made that pouch myself, and I still have it. So, there shouldn't be two of them here.
And this is the trophy Cypher gave you. You left it behind, remember?
It's the only one of its kind. Same for the crystals. Red, blue, yellow, green. Only one of each color. But you've got your own.
So, where'd you get it?
The pouch is from the king. When he gave us money for the train ride, he gave us the crystal too.
But then, where did the king get it?
See? There's gotta be another town out there like this one. That would explain how the king got that pouch and the crystal. Everything makes sense.
Said no one ever.
It does? That other town must be where whatever's missing from here went.
Like Kyrie.
I get it.
Uh-oh. Hey boys, ready to dance? Hey Mickey!
Watch out!
No kidding! So, for this battle, King Mickey joins in the fight and will help us fend off all the nobodies that are infesting this place. Which, that shouldn't be too hard. Most of the nobodies here are just lower grade nobodies anyway. By the way, I don't think Mickey could potentially save you if something goes wrong. Also, you don't have to worry about Mickey having his own health bar or anything like that. He's basically invincible. I mean, sure, he may receive knockback damage, but it doesn't mean that he's going to die or anything like that. You don't need to worry about that at all. He's basically a Super Saiyan. Also, that reaction command, Dual Stance, is a very high-risk, high-reward kind of action command. I mean, reaction command. Good lord, this is not Paper Mario. As far as Dual Stance is concerned, on critical mode, if you happen to lose the duel, then you die instantly. At least that's how it is in early game. I'm not so sure about later parts of the game. You may still be alive, but barely, but I can't say for sure.
I got something to tell you. I found out where Ansem is. Ansem the Wise. The real Ansem. He snuck into Organization 13's stronghold.
And we've figured out where Kyrie is. I'm pretty sure we're right.
But why'd you all come here?
Someone gave us a clue.
Who?
Well, Your Majesty, Sora thinks it might have been Riku.
It's just a feeling I had.
Well, if that's what you think, then it's probably right.
You mean Riku's okay?
If that's what you think.
I've waited long enough, Your Majesty. Tell me what you know.
It's not for me to say.
But Your Majesty, why?
I don't want to break my promise.
You made a promise to Riku? So he's okay. I can see him again.
Huh? Who's Riku?
My best friend.
That's it.
Your Majesty? You got the pouch with the crystal from Riku, didn't you? And you promised not to tell, right?
Gosh, guys.
That's enough!
Yeah, let's go. Kairi, Riku, we're on our way.
Indeed we are. But first, we got some cleanup to do. And unfortunately, there's another sticker like right up there that we can't get our hands on yet. Which sucks. Oh well, let's head into the mansion. There's gotta be a computer somewhere. A computer? Do you think it's connected to the other Twilight Town? It might be. And there should be a way into the realm of darkness there. Riku told you that, didn't he? Please, Sora. I made a promise. Aha! I knew it! Hey, stop pestering the king! Right. Sorry. I'm sure it's fine. Also, for whatever reason, there are no nobodies or Heartless of any kind within this part of the mansion. Which is kind of strange. Because the last time we were in said mansion, nobodies were everywhere. They were all over the place. So why is it that everything seems all peaceful and hunky-dory? I don't know. Anyway, before we head into where we need to go, let's take a look in here. A white room. Okay, I don't even know what I was trying to say. I think what I was trying to say was, funny enough, within this room, this is probably the most unique room in the game, considering that the command deck, or the command slot, changes. It changes to... It really is it has a strong resemblance to Chain of Memories / Re-Chain of Memories. And no other part of the game has this sort of command system as far as I know. Then again, maybe the final world has this and I just misremember it. Not 100% sure. Anyway, hi!
This is it. It's over. It's over. Heal.
It's also kind of weird how this part of the mansion is the only one that has enemy nobodies roaming around. Statue is staring at the floor. Neat. Oh, hi.
This is it. This is it. Back off. Take this. Back off.
Give me that defense increase. I definitely need something like that right now.
Back off. Heal.
I swear, it seems like every time I recharge my magic, I instantly need a heal. Like every time. I don't know why that is.
There!
We found it.
How does it work?
I can handle it. Okay. Here we go. Oh,
What's wrong?
I can't go any further without a password.
Do you have any idea what the password might be?
Well, we only got this photo.
I you saw this sweet bar.
Yeah, the one Donald ate up.
It was in the box right next to the photo.
Hey, that's it. Ansem the Wise loved ice cream.
Okay, what's the name of the flavor?
Anyway, the name of the flavor of that ice cream will be explained momentarily. First off, I went ahead in here, and the reason why is pretty simple actually. Not only to fight off a few more nobodies, but really it's more or less just so that way I can figure out if there are any treasures I need to pick up in here. Which I'm pretty sure there are most definitely going to be.
This is it. Yeah. Take this.
Sure are a good number of dancers in here. Perhaps they'll dance me a jig if I pay them enough. Payment is pain, always. Anyway, within this room in particular, it holds the ultimate recipe.
Right. Let's go.
The ultimate recipe. With it now in our possession, we can technically start getting ready to make the Ultima Keyblade. Also say hello to the pod station. This is the pod Sora was sleeping in. That's neat. Oh, hi. I didn't realize you were still here. Well, whatever. It's no big deal. Anyway, before we give Hayner the password, actually, I think I just confused him for the wrong damn character. Well, anyway, it's, Pence. That's it, Pence. The password's the name of that ice cream. Make sure you get it right. It won't take an incorrect password. The name of the ice cream was Sea Salt Ice Cream.
It worked!
I think if you give Pence the wrong password, he'll be like, that doesn't sound right.
Let's go.
We'll be here to hold down the fort.
Say hi to Kyrie.
You bet.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Let's touch it.
Are we back in the same place?
Yeah.
This is the other Twilight Town. Roxas's Twilight Town.
There's gotta be an entrance into the Dark Realm somewhere. Let's split up.
I would say Kingdom Hearts because I played through the entire series, unlike Metal Gear, which I only played the first game in the series. Though I can't really say definitively for sure. Anyway, upon reaching the simulated Twilight Town, we get Secret Ansem Report number 10. And by the way, we cannot explore the other Twilight Town because Sora will say this constantly. This doesn't feel right. And I think I can see the reason why. It's just Twilight Town again. But hey, it would have been nice to have been given that kind of opportunity, but hey, it is what it is. Ooh.
There.
This is it.
Indeed it is. And before we head through, let me make sure something's not letting us leave. That's interesting. Yeah, I have to agree, it's not that complicated unless you play the games out of order, or just jump from Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 2 to Kingdom Hearts 3. In which case, yeah, you're probably going to be lost. But once you play through the entire series, then you'll understand. And at least understand it a bit more versus, you know, playing the games in the wrong order, you know. Alright, into the mysterious hole.
What is this place?
Imaginary world. Kidding.
Which way should we go?
Riku! Kairi!
Whoa. Hello. Looks like we got some friends to deal with first. So anyway, for this particular horde battle against the nobodies, we do have to fend off against a large number of these lesser nobodies here. But it's not as grand as, say, the Battle of 1000 Heartless. All you have to do is just fend them off for a bit, and then afterwards...
It's no use!
Don't stop moving, or the darkness will overtake you.
Axel, hey!
Get going!
Why?
Don't ask, just do it!
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
I kidnapped Kairi, but she got away from me. After that, Saïx caught her. He's a member of Organization 13. Saïx. Got it memorized? Now go save her!
Leave us alone!
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So for this battle, Sora is gonna be teaming up with Axel for this fight, which is gonna be quite fun, let me tell ya. It's kind of surreal seeing how Sora is teaming up with Axel, technically speaking. This is a pretty familiar sight. So anyway, Axel can hold his own perfectly fine. You just have to worry about yourself. It may seem like that Axel is quite weakened. And I think the reason as to why is because of the fact that he dealt with so many of the nobodies just before we arrived. Who knows? Or there's something else going on altogether. Not too sure. Now for this battle, this is going to be a little more difficult than the last one that we were in, just simply due to the fact that there's more powerful Heartless within this area. Not only that, but we also have to deal with way more nobodies. Did I say Heartless not that long ago? Well, you know what I meant.
It's over! It's over! Back off!
There we go. All done with that. They just keep coming.
I did better when they were on my side.
Feeling a little regret?
Nah, I can handle these punks. Watch this.
Damn, he just went off like a nuclear bomb.
Whoa!
Oh, and by the way, this is another scene that was censored between the Japanese and international versions. In this scene, Axel is technically on fire here in a few places. But obviously, for whatever reason, they removed the fire, I guess to tone it down a little bit. Even so, it's still weird how they removed the fire from this scene. between the international and Japanese version of the game.
You're fading away.
Well, that's what happens when you put your whole being into an attack. You know what I mean? Not that nobodies actually have beings, right? Anyway, I digress. Go. Find Kyrie. Oh, almost forgot. Sorry for what I did to her.
When we find her, you can tell her that yourself.
Think I'll pass. My heart just wouldn't be in it, you know? Haven't got one.
Axel, what were you trying to do?
I wanted to see Roxas. He was the only one I liked. He made me feel like I had a heart. It's kind of funny. You make me feel the same. Kyrie's in the castle dungeon. Now go!
Axel.
So long, Axel. I'm sure we'll meet each other again in the next life. Anyway, upon that Horde battle completion, we get ourselves another new Keyblade, the Bond of Flame. Enhances magic to increase damage dealt with fire-based attacks by 20%. In other words, fire boost.
This leads to...
Come on, let's get going.
The house is looking pretty empty, huh? I thought I'd get a little enjoyment watching Axel throw one last tantrum. But he went a lot quieter than I thought.
Perhaps he was ready for it. Perhaps he put his existence on the line and won what he'd been longing for.
Wait a minute. How would that even be possible? We don't exist, remember? What you're saying goes against the laws of nature.
Then perhaps he bet his non-existence. Either way, he came out a winner. Oh, Axel. A grifter till the end.
That's absurd. He won nothing, and is nothing. He couldn't stand the emptiness of being without a heart, and that led to his demise. He was foolish and weak.
But weakness has the power to awaken that which is dormant. It is clear that through his actions, however foolish they may have been, Axel has touched Sora's heart. Perhaps he will soon awaken.
I'm pretty sure that he's referring to is none other than Roxas, but who knows? He could be referring to someone else. Alright, folks, here we are. Welcome to the final world of the game. The world that never was.
Axel said Kyrie's in the dungeon.
Then we'd better find a way to get to that castle.
Anyway, the world that never was is definitely going to be the most difficult world to get through in the entire game. The enemies are going to be bringing their A game to the absolute max. So that is something to keep in mind here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and equip Slapshot. I can't remember whether or not it's considered a bad ability, but I feel like it's not. Alright. EP boost, give me... Alright. What else do we have? Oh, right, the new Keyblade, the Bond of Flame. Anyway, Bond of Flame has a strength stat of 4 and a magic of 4. Very balanced. Although I think with the Valor, you know what? Let's go ahead and equip it. Not that it really needs it, because, well, Valor form can't use magic, but it's more useful than you may think. So anyway, this place is going to be the most difficult place to get through. And let me tell you, there's going to be a lot to deal with here. And at this point, this is a very good place to go and level up Wisdom form if you haven't done so yet.
Let's go!
And the reason why, as you can see, there's a lot of Heartless here. And if you couldn't tell, most of the enemy Heartless in this area are pretty low grade. And I think the further we go in, the more powerful Heartless we may encounter in this area. Ooh, air combo boost. Pretty neat. I think with that ability, the more combos you deal while in the air, the greater the damage you'll deal too. I think that's how it works. One other thing to keep in mind here is that even though most of the Heartless here are of weaker variety, that doesn't mean you can let your guard down, because trust me, you cannot. They can still hurt you in more ways than one, especially when they're in large groups. Again, if you haven't leveled up Wisdom form, now's a good opportunity to do so. Because after you reach a certain point, around as soon as we reach the main castle of the world that never was, the Heartless will all disappear from this place, and you'll have to level up Wisdom form elsewhere. In other words, they'll all be replaced with nobodies. That, or they'll be replaced by more powerful Heartless. I can't remember which for sure, but regardless though, it is something to keep in mind. This is also a pretty good place to go and level up a bit as well. Considering that the Heartless around here, they give you a pretty decent amount of experience. Alright. There's also several treasure chests that you can find in this place too, which is definitely worth picking up. You can also use this opportunity to pick up some dark-related materials if you need to. I think for the most part, though, you are going to be limited to just using, just gathering dark shards, which you could technically purchase. But even so, at least you can get some for free. So that's something. So one thing worth keeping in mind here is that you definitely do not want to proceed beyond this point right here until you are ready to go. And the reason why I say this is because as soon as you step into the next room, the next boss fight begins, and it's one of the hardest ones in the entire game. Despite the fact that this next upcoming boss fight is one of the harder ones in the game, it's definitely one of the most fun ones too. And I mean that genuinely, and not sarcastically. I thought about going into wisdom form here, but it seems like I cleared out all the enemy Heartless in the area. So that's pretty neat. Okay. Before we proceed, of course, I am going to go back to the alley to between. That way I can save my progress, mark the checkpoint, and everything will be good. That way, if I were to fall in the next boss fight, it's not going to be that bad. I can also use it as an opportunity to increase my power and my abilities that much further. Okay, air combo boost. Increased damage of the finishing move in the air relative to the number of hits in the combo. Yep, just as I thought. Same as combo boost. I may not have a full drive gauge here, honestly, but it's not going to be that bad. Watch as I say that, and it's going to be the worst thing ever. Who knew that this place could experience rain?
Donald!
Uh-oh.
Goofy!
Whoa, what's going on here? Who are you?
A Keyblade?
Uh-oh. Look who it is. Oh, thank you. Alright, time to fight our other half, which, in this case, it's Roxas. Funny enough, this boss fight in particular is exclusive to the Final Mix version of the game. In Vanilla Kingdom Hearts 2, this entire battle is, technically speaking, a cutscene. Why is it only a cutscene and not an actual fight in this version? I mean, in the Vanilla Kingdom Hearts 2, I'm honestly not too sure. I knew that was going to happen too. There was just no recovery from that. Oh well, this gives me more time to go and level up Wisdom Form some more. And again, it gives me more of an opportunity to increase my experience too. That means I'll become even stronger than before! You strike me down and I'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. So, leveling up Wisdom Form once more gave us Quick Run level 2, and now Wisdom Form has Quick Run level 3. Like I said, this is definitely the best place to level up Wisdom Form at this point in the game. Just keep in mind, though, that once you defeat Roxas and move on to the next part, then it's going to be a little bit more annoying to level up Wisdom Form, but it's not going to be that bad. So long as you know which worlds to go to level up Wisdom Form, you should be fine. By the way, if you want to charge up your drive gauge a lot more quickly, you definitely want to expend all of your magic and go into empty charge. So that way, for every hit you deal, you'll be able to gain that drive gauge back so damn fast. Also, I activated the wrong form. God damn it. Well, whatever. I don't think I explained this yet, but with the whole anti-point system, in order to get rid of anti-points that you've stored up, going into anti-form itself will reduce the anti-point count by 4. However, for the last form that we get our hands on, for going into that form, we'll drop our anti-point count by 10. At least as far as I remember, anyway. Cool. Nice to see that Donald got more AP, along with more strength. Not that he really needs strength, but even so, just saying.
It's over. This is it. Yeah.
Wonder why they're only spawning like one at a time right now. I don't get it. Well, whatever. This also means I have more of a drive gauge for when I fight Roxas again. Yep. Leveling up Anti-Form. Funny enough, Anti-Form doesn't have any sort of stats to level up whatsoever. It's as powerful as it's going to get. By the way, I haven't mentioned this yet, but for as soon as you start this fight, you definitely want to immediately cast Reflect. Wow! That was incredibly fast! Holy crap, I never defeated Roxas that quickly. That was insane. I guess that just goes to show how powerful Limit Form is.
Who are you?
Someone from the dark.
You can't be Riku.
Riku. I defeated a Riku once.
You what?
Tell me. Tell me why he picked you. I see. That's why. What?
You seek answers. You feel nothing. Nothing is real. I can give you purpose. That is right. The new you.
Look who's finally awake.
Axel.
Or maybe I have it wrong. Might be time to sleep. Soon we won't be able to talk like this anymore.
Does that mean it's time for me to go back to where I belong?
You know, I've been thinking about something Naminé said. Roxas, are you really sure that you don't have a heart? Is it possible that we all have one? You, me, her? Or is that just wishful thinking?
I don't know. I can't just look inside.
Yeah, I guess not.
But I figure, if there is something in there, inside us, then we'd feel it, wouldn't we? And if so... No, never mind.
Come on, don't leave me hanging.
Sora will find the answer we're looking for. I know he will, because he's me.
True enough.
Thanks.
Man, I miss the old times. Still got it memorized? The day we met, and you got your new name, you and I sat right here and watched the sunset.
Yeah. This place is home. Me, Hayner, Pence, Olette. We've shared a lot of adventures.
You'll see them again. I know you will.
Yeah. You're right. Well, I should go. Sora's waiting for me.
Yeah, I suppose he is. Man, this is some good ice cream, huh?
Take care, okay?
Right back at you, buddy.
Ooh. Axel cried. That's interesting. I think that's a pretty clear answer as to whether or not Novice truly have hearts or not. Also, that whole cutscene, again, is exclusive to Final Mix. It was not in the original vanilla Kingdom Hearts 2. Just an FYI.
You make a good other.
So do you, buddy. So do you.
You make a good other.
Are you okay?
What just happened?
Gorsh, I don't know. You just disappeared. Then me and Donald had to fight some nobodies.
Oh. He said he defeated Riku.
Who said that?
That guy in the black coat.
But nobody can defeat Riku.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
You're right.
A black coat means Organization 13.
Not
he
necessarily.
must have been trying to trick you.
Yeah, that must be why we didn't see him.
Huh?
You must be tired, Sora.
Come on, let's just find a way to get into that castle.
Anyway, upon defeating Roxas, we get ourselves another really unique Keyblade, 2 become 1. A weapon of great strength and magic that has a special effect. And as far as that effect, I'll explain momentarily. we also get ourselves Secret Answer Report number 8. So, what is this special effect exactly? Well, I'll show you all what I mean momentarily. First off, though, can't equip Combo Master. Unleash a combo whether or not your hits land. Okay, that's pretty neat. I'm sure I'll be able to equip it soon enough, trust me. Oh, I have another draw ability. Okay. So anyway, let's take a look at this particular weapon. 2 become 1. It has the weapon ability Light and Darkness. One of, if not the most unique ability in the entire game. So what I mean by this is that this particular weapon, upon equipping it, whenever you go into a drive form, you'll go into one of 2 drive forms. You'll either immediately gain access to the final form, which I'll show you what I mean. Either that, or I get this immediately. I was not expecting that. Say hello to the very last form. Final form! This is my final form, bitches! So it's either this, or you get anti-form. And once you unlock Final Form with the 2 become 1 Keyblade, upon going into a drive form with said weapon equipped, you will always go into anti-form. So essentially, with the 2 become 1 Keyblade, you'll always be able to go into anti-form on command. Unless you're outside of battle, in which case you'll go into another drive form as per usual. So if you feel like you've gotten too many anti-points, you can always equip the 2 become 1 Keyblade, go into anti-form in any battle, and just drain your anti-points. That's one way of going about it. The other way, of course, is going into final form, which, as I mentioned, drops your anti-point count by 10. So, Final Form, in my honest opinion, is my second favorite form in the entire game. And the reason why? It's the most badass one there is. Simply because you float like a boss as if you're a freaking demigod. You wield 2 Keyblades. Your Keyblade strength and magic power is immense. Unlike any other in the game. But why is it not my favorite? Because Limit Form exists. So with Final Form, we have a lot of really awesome abilities, including the final main movement ability known as Glide. With it, you'll be able to glide through the air, like, almost like you're in Neverland, but, floating. Yep. Yeah, that's true. Nobody could defeat Riku. You know, want to know who else could defeat Riku? Sora. He could technically defeat Riku. There are a couple of other people who could also defeat Riku. But that's not exactly for the time being. So, once you've unlocked Final Form with the 2 become 1 Keyblade, you definitely want to switch back to your other Keyblade that you were using previously. Funny enough, in Vanilla Kingdom Hearts 2, there is another... The other way... Or, no. In Vanilla Kingdom Hearts 2, to unlock Final Form, you basically have to get through this particular section, get through the cutscene with Roxas and all. And I think at random, you will then get Final Form upon going into any of the other forms, from Valor all the way to Master. Except Anti-Form. Just saying. They changed the requirement with Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and tied it to a Final Mix exclusive weapon, which of course is the 2 become 1 Keyblade. So the reason why I went backwards is so that way I could preserve the Final Form. Because believe it or not, there is a 50-50 chance of whether you unlock Final Form with the 2 become 1 Keyblade with your first Keyblade first drive form transformation, or you get anti-form. It's one or the other. And after final form is unlocked, then it's always anti-form on command. So, again, anti-form does have its uses. But for the most part, once you have final form unlocked, you never want to have that Keyblade equipped again. Unless it's a sub-weapon, of course.
Dead end?
There's gotta be a path somewhere.
Aww.
What are you going to do with us?
You're the fire that feeds Sora's anger.
No. Sora's in danger because of me. This way. Who? Believe in yourself. Come on, hurry!
What a mysterious light. Technically speaking, Naminé is Kairi's nobody. So that's the reason for the light existing.
Kairi, we're almost there.
Agreed. We are definitely almost there, folks. We're almost there. So anyway, this giant chest contains, of course, the map. Now then, time to equip a new Keyblade for final form. As far as which one I'm going to equip, I think I may equip the 2 become 1. I know it seems kind of weird that I'm equipping it to that, or no. I know it seems kind of weird that I'm equipping this particular Keyblade to final form, but honestly, this is probably the most balanced and most powerful one that I have at this point in time. Of course, as time goes on, we will get our hands on some more powerful Keyblades later down the line. Alright. Now to hand in some materials. Also, apparently we have some new weapons we can purchase. The Wisdom Wand and the Knight Defender, which I will be purchasing both of these. They're pretty expensive at 2,000 money per item, but let me tell you, it's worth it. AP boost for completing the collection. Neato. Let's see, can we make anything? Well, here is the Ultima Weapon from the Ultima Recipe, or Ultimate Recipe. Like I said, it requires a lot of very powerful materials. It requires Orichalcum Pluses, Orichalcum, Mithril Crystal, a Dense Crystal, a Twilight Crystal, and 3 Serenity Crystals. And as you can see, it says that we require 13 Orichalcum Pluses. Let me tell you, there's not that many in the game. There's 7, as I mentioned. So, on top of all of these requirements, you also need 1 energy crystal, so that way you can lower the requirement for the Orichalcum Pluses in half. So, that's a lot of materials. Very high grade materials at that. You know what's funny? We technically have most of the materials we need. We just need to gather the remaining Orichalcum Pluses, and we also need a Dense Crystal and a Twilight Crystal to make this weapon. But I'm going to make something else instead. Looks like we're going to be making a Moon Amulet, and as far as getting our hands on orichalcum, there is a way we can get our hands on more of these things. But it will be for quite some time. So let's go ahead and make one of these, lower the requirements, that way we don't need to use as many orichalcums. And done. Moon Amulet. Let's see, anything? Oh, I can make a mithril shard. That's pretty cool. Boom, and let's go with that, sure. Might as well. Well, we basically made everything from free development for the time being. Of course, if you synthesize any additional materials via the Creations tab or free development, you would just need to exit out of the menu completely here and reselect Synthesize to synthesize more items, and you'll hand in everything that you have, including ones that you've made. So, that is something worth mentioning. Okay. Now then, let's take a look at said item here. Pretty nice item to have, all things considered. It's not as good as Cosmic Arts, however, which is kind of surreal. But, hey, I'm sure that you can upgrade that to something like the Cosmic Arts, if you choose to make it again. Okay, let's go ahead and equip Donald with a new accessory. Give me that. Alright. Kind of forgotten about Goofy giving him an additional piece of accessory. Here we are. Might as well use the AP boost that I have here. Like I said, eventually we will run into a situation where we won't be able to increase Sora's AP anymore, or his stats anymore with stat boosting items. But that isn't going to be for a while yet. Now then, 2 hours and 28 minutes into this session, I think I'm going to go ahead and proceed into the castle until we reach the next save point. That would probably be a good place to stop.
Kairi, where are you?
Shh! Remember where we are. This is their stronghold.
Wait! Your Majesty!
Be careful. I think we got company.
Namine. There you are.
Namine?
Kairi, I'm afraid leaving is not an option. I'll take you to see Sora. You don't want that?
I do. More than anything. But not with you around.
If I had a heart, this would be where I'd die of laughter. You... Didn't Roxas take care of you?
You can take it from here, Riku.
I knew it. I knew it was Riku.
Wait! Riku, you're really here?
Whoa, that doesn't look like Riku. But there's a reason why he looks like that. More on that at 11. By the way, I have not explained how to level up Final Form yet.
Yeah.
Final Form, in order to level that particular form up, you need to kill nobodies. So it's kind of like Wisdom Form, except not. It doesn't work the same exact way. I mean, it kind of does, but it's with nobodies rather than Heartless, you know? Even so, Final Form requires the most amount of a drive gauge out of all the forms in the game, and rightfully so. Simply because it's so damn powerful.
Let's go.
Okay. Give me that. So one more thing worth mentioning here is that, just like with Master Form, Final Form also requires you that you have both Donald and Goofy in your party in order to use said form. One more thing worth mentioning about Final Form is that the form gauge drains extremely quickly as you're attacking, which makes sense. Also, Cosmic Belt has the greatest defense. Are you sure about that? Even so, a very nice accessory to have, for sure. Okay. I could have swore we needed to go a little bit further than this in order to reach the next save point, but apparently not. Let's see here. I think with that Cosmic Belt or whatever the heck it is that I have here, yeah, it has a defense of 6, which is pretty damn insane if I do say so myself. Might as well hand in any sort of materials I have right now. What's also pretty nice about this particular room is that it not only has the map for the remainder of this place, but it also allows you to prepare yourself a little bit for the road ahead. Which, let me tell you, it's going to be rough and long.
Sora, you've done well.
Where's Kairi?
Who knows? I expect she's catching up with her friend from the darkness.
What do you mean?
She doesn't need you anymore.
I'm supposed to believe that?
Well, you don't have to. But you can believe this. Organization 13 has no further use for you. Just look there. Our Kingdom Hearts. Thanks to you, we've collected countless hearts. Can you hear their euphoria? Now all they need is one more helping from the Keyblade bearer.
We gotta find!
But Kingdom Hearts!
Sora! Sora, it's really you!
Kairi!
Uh-oh.
You leave Sora alone! Sora!
Oh boy.
Take it.
Ooh.
This time, I'll fight. You know Sora's completely hopeless without us. Come on, Riku.
Who knew that Kairi could wield a Keyblade? There's actually a reason as to why this is. And it's technically explained in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
Well, well. Will the intrusions never end?
Why, Pete, this castle is perfect. Perhaps we should acquire it.
Well, the setup is kinda nice, I guess, but what about all the Heartless? Oh, this in-between world, it's way too close to the darkness. They ain't gonna listen to us here.
Once again, you underestimate me.
This? Who knew? Who knew that this would be here? Who knew he could show affection too? Oh, hello. What do we have here?
It's been too long, my friend.
Ansem the Wise, why didn't you come to me before things got so bad?
Xemnas, the organization superior, is the nobody of Xehanort, my foremost apprentice. The burden was mine to bear.
Is that all?
I won't deny there was more. I was obsessed with thoughts of revenge. My apprentices stole everything precious to me. My research and my pride.
I can't help you with revenge.
I know. Riku's told me 1,000 times.
Where is he?
He must be with his friends by now. Riku was a great help to me. I found him wandering the darkness after you and he lost track of each other.
Gosh, we didn't lose each other exactly. Riku left, well, because Xehanort's Heartless was still inside his heart, troubling him. And he sure must have been suffering. But what I don't understand is why he looks like that now, when he's still Riku at heart.
I am to blame. When I met Riku the first time, he still had the appearance of a boy. Probably because he had such a strong heart. I asked him to find a young man named Roxas from Organization 13 and bring him to me. When I told him it would help Sora awaken from his slumber, Riku left without a word. He fought Roxas, and I can only surmise Riku lost that fight. Riku must have realized then, to fight in the realm of darkness, he would have to immerse himself in that same darkness. And when he did, you saw what became of him. When Riku brought Roxas back to me, he was introducing himself as Ansem. If that was what it took to awaken his friend, he was ready to live in darkness. Riku was the victim of my revenge. How my heart ached. I could only laugh to hide my shame.
I guess it must have been after that when I saw Riku again. He said he wanted to help Sora, but he made me promise. Promise that Sora wouldn't ever find out about what happened to him while he was out in the darkness.
My friend, the time has come. I must make amends to these young people.
I wonder what that contraption is and what it's all about. Guess we'll find out soon enough.
What's going on?
That was nice.
Have you been a good boy?
Show yourself!
Oh, it sounds like you haven't. Sora! Roxas!
Roxas? Hey, did he just call me Roxas?
You've really put Organization 13 in a pickle. I guess that must be why the Keyblade chose you. But man, did it pick a dud this time. You don't look like you're half the hero the others were.
Are you done rambling?
Rambling? As if. All I'm trying to tell you, traitor, is that your time is up.
Here he comes!
Oh boy. Say hello to Zigbar. Are you sure about that, buddy?
Gotcha now!
Oh boy. By the way, fun fact, Zigbar's sniper rifle, oddly enough, it kind of changes between the different versions of the game. In the original Kingdom Hearts 2, the vanilla Kingdom Hearts 2, it didn't really look like a sniper rifle. And it also had a bit of a weird scope, as you've seen there. However, in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, for the HD re-releases, it actually looks more like a sniper rifle, as it should. However, it still has that weird scope. In the Japanese version of Kingdom Hearts 2, I believe that the scope looked more like a sniper rifle scope. But, obviously, that was weirdly changed in the international release, which is kind of strange. Not sure why that is. Again, another form of censorship. Don't you just love that? Not.
Gotcha now!
It's still weird to see that that Zigbar sniper looks like a sniper in this game. And yeah, he indeed. He thinks that we're a clever little sneak, and I can definitely see why that is. Okay. So throughout the course of this fight, Zigbar may try to manipulate the battle arena, and he's going to try to take you out from a distance. You can actually deal damage like right back at him just by simply blocking his shots with either the actual Keyblade itself or by using the reflect spell. It really depends on on what your current situation is. If you don't happen to have block equipped, then Reflect is another really good ability to have on standby and ready to go at any given point. Oof! Okay, did that seriously deal like 90% damage there? Or am I crazy? Regardless, though, that was a lot of damage. One more thing worth mentioning here is that as soon as the battle begins, Zigbar will immediately teleport to his sniper nest. And in order to get him to come down, we first need to deflect his shots. By the way, I believe where Xigbar teleports is purely random. And also, the pattern of which Xigbar throws at you when he's changing the battle arena is also random. It almost comes down to RNG in a sense, and when he does manipulate the arena, you do have to deal enough damage to him in order to change the arena back to its default layout. Thanks, Donald. By the way, I believe when I almost called him Sayax. No, that's a different person altogether. As I was trying to say, when Xigbar teleports... Ow! Come on, man! How is that like an insta-kill there?
You really shouldn't have betrayed us.
God damn. Xigbar is definitely one of the more annoying nobodies to deal with in this game. But he's definitely one of the more fun ones to deal with, too. Not as much fun as, say, Roxas, but still. What's pretty nice is that you can deflect back Xigbar's shots. However, deflecting them back is not exactly easy. Although, what am I saying? It is easy. You just either use the reflect spell, or you use the block command. If you want to know what the best opportunity is to be able to attack him, honestly, when it comes to whenever he fires this giant arrow-like projectile, you definitely want to execute the warp strike as often as you possibly can. Okay, that was completely pointless. What a waste of a perfectly good high potion. Okay, that was pretty interesting. I think with the power of Leaf Bracer, I was able to deflect some of the shots of which Xigbar was firing at me. Oh shit. Thank you, Donald. You're a lifesaver. People may give Donald a lot of shit for not healing them, but he can come in clutch. See what I mean?
Let's go! Let's go! Give me strength! Back off!
Okay.
Gotcha now! Clever little sneak.
Let's finish this up quickly. There we go. What a way to end it, too. Just by reflecting his attack right back at him. Honestly, whenever you see that flying around, you definitely want to start mashing triangle and execute as many warp strikes as possible. Because trust me, it can kill you incredibly quickly.
Why did you call me Roxas?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Hey, hold on.
Sora, it's tiny.
Uh-oh, they need our help.
Sora and Rico are together. We have no part to play here.
Gee, I wonder if Riku will ever change back.
Rico chose that form so he could use the power of darkness. It won't be easy.
Kairi, we're on our way.
Indeed we are. And after dealing with Zigbar, we get secret answer report number 3, which is sweet. Another answer report in the books. My lord. I know we're getting close to the 3-hour mark, but I think when we get to the next save point, we should be able to call it a session with no problems at all. We'll see.
It's over. Yeah. Back off. Heal.
Let me tell you folks, this next part here, as we're continuing to make our ascent up this freaking castle, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of powerful nobodies throughout the entire castle now. Let me tell you, they're all going to be bringing their A game. So be prepared for anything. I say as I nearly die again.
Heal. Yeah, it's over. This is it.
Goodbye.
Yeah, take this. It's over. Yeah.
Oh dear. I'm dead.
Give me strength.
By the way, if you really are desperate and need a quick heal, one thing you can definitely do is just simply go into any drive form and bada bing, bada boom, you're fully healed. God damn it! I thought that was still part of the combo. That isn't right, man. Take it easy, everything's gonna be okay.
Back off. Take this.
It may suck that we have to retread old ground again just to make up. It's not gonna be that bad. Trust me, we've been through a hell of a lot worse. Like what with what just happened not that long ago.
Yeah. This is it.
I knew there was someone else here. I was wondering where he went.
Back off. Back off. Heal. Yeah. Take this.
That at least takes care of them. Now then, let's proceed.
Yes. Kingdom Hearts. Rejoice and feast on these hearts we offer. Shine your pale light on this empty realm. Share your power with all nobodies.
Xemnas, is Kingdom Hearts ready?
Very soon.
Then I can end this charade?
Indeed.
How I've waited to hear that.
I wonder what charade he was talking about.
Tiny, you are great!
Oh?
You are different, Kairi, but I'm just glad you're here.
You and Riku never came home, so I came looking for you.
I'm sorry.
This is real.
Yep. That's every bad guy meeting in a nutshell.
Wait, Ansem! I mean, Xehanort's Heartless. I never thought for a second that I'd ever see you again. Just thinking about all the things you did makes me really mad. But you saved Kairi, right? I have to be grateful for that. Thanks.
Riku, don't go!
Huh?
What the
Kairi,
fridge?
what did you just say?
Riku.
I'm no one, just a castaway from the darkness.
Sora, come here. Say something to him. Here. You'll understand. Close your eyes.
Riku! It's Riku. Riku's here. I looked for you.
Come on, Sora. You've got to pull it together.
I looked everywhere for you.
I didn't want you to find me.
But it was him that was helping us, wasn't it?
Huh?
Those clues we kept finding, that must have been Riku.
I was starting to worry you guys weren't ever gonna catch on. Sora never did pick the brightest friends.
What do you mean by that?
Lol.
Why didn't you let me know you were okay?
I told you. I didn't want to be found. Not like this. I couldn't. I fought with Ansem, with Xehanort's Heartless. When it invaded my heart and I won. But to use the power of darkness, I had to become Ansem myself.
Does that mean you can't change back?
This battle isn't over. And until it is, I still need the power of darkness.
Then, Let's finish it. You're still Riku, no matter what. So how about it? Think we can handle one last rumble together? The king's waiting.
Yeah, let's get going.
So, with that done, and reaching Riku and Kairi, we get ourselves another really awesome Keyblade, Oblivion. Has great strength and allows the drive gauge to restore quickly during MP charge. One of the better weapons in the entire game. And we also get the Castle That Never Was map. Pretty sweet. Anyway, let's take a look at our brand new weapon here. Here it is. It has a strength value of 6 and a magic value of 2. Honestly, I think I'll take this over the Decisive Pumpkin. But it does still have a use, though. And I think I'll give it to the final form, because why the heck not, right? And there we are. I think that ought to do it for now. Sure, we still have some new items in stock, but it's mostly just materials. In fact, I think that's exactly what it is. In the past, I was overcome by the dark and betrayed you. Look what's become of me. I wasn't sure I wanted to see you, but Kairi insisted. Which makes sense. You held on to that charm. That talisman of reunion really worked. I wanted to see you so badly, Sora. I missed you so much. Same here, Kairi. Same here. So Riku was the one who's been helping us all along. You two must be best pals for him to change his look to help you. It's amazing Kairi and you recognize Riku. He looked just like Ansem. I couldn't believe my eyes when I first saw him. Believe me, the power of darkness is quite interesting.
This spot should do.
What's this gadget for?
It's a device to reclaim Kingdom Hearts and encode it as data.
Not sure I get it.
I do not claim to know the outcome of this venture either. After all, hearts are unpredictable.
Very interesting to see how that's turned into a machine, you know? So anyway, this particular room is interesting. Magically locked. In order to proceed, we do need to release that force field. However, to release said force field, we kind of need to proceed forward. And to do so, we kind of need to unlock the seal by removing the remaining members of Organization 13. Which, let me tell you, it's not going to be easy. We have 2 rooms technically to go through, the Gambler of Fate, as well as the Luna Diviner. As far as the other rooms are concerned, as you can see, they're kind of broken. Even though technically there's also one right here that's still broken, but unlike the rest of them, it's actually still lit blue, which is the key of destiny. Technically speaking, Roxas is still technically alive here. It's funny how I say that because Sora and Roxas met each other and thus, technically speaking, they reunited. But we're going to be proceeding forward in the next session. Why? Because we're well over the 3-hour mark now, and this is a good place to stop anyway, because this next part is going to be pretty difficult, and it's also going to be long too. And I think that we're about halfway through the castle anyway at this point. I could be wrong. Then again, we're probably 3/4 of the way there, knowing my dumb luck. Regardless though, I'm ending today's session. This is General Snivy with the Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. Next time, we're going to be proceeding onward to the very top of the castle that never was, and maybe even bring this main part of the adventure to a close. Of course, the fun's only just beginning, even after the main game is done. Oh boy. Anyway, thank you all once again so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all later.